What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Rich. It's Wednesday, November the 22nd, and here are my best bets for the NBA tonight, presented, of course, by Pinnacle Sportsbook, your trusted sportsbook for the past 25 years. We're going back to prop bets today because we had some good success last week. Two players, unfortunately for us, did not play in RJ Barrett and Kyrie Irving, but we did go 2-0, so I have three more picks for you today, and even a little bonus pick that I really like. But before we get into the picks, I do have to mention that Pinnacle just launched their Silver Stakes basketball leaderboard competition. Bet on the NBA, accumulate points, and you have the chance to win a $25,000 bet. Full contest details are here on the website, but all you gotta do is come over here, click the checkbox, join now, bet on the NBA from November 27th through December 11th. You'll accumulate points for doing that. There is also cash prizes, $250 as well, so make sure you opt into that. But now, let's get into the picks. So let's kick this thing off because there is a ton of bets to place today, but one of my favorites is courtesy of the Sacramento Kings and the New Orleans Pelicans. And let's scroll down here and find Herbert Jones, points, rebounds, and assists at 17.5. This is a phenomenal number for Jones because Sacramento ranks 27th in the NBA in points, rebounds, and assists to small forwards. Jones has hit this mark in 3 of his last 4 games, including last game against the Kings on Monday, where he scored 18 points. So it's always nice to have a player that can clear this line with the points alone, but we also like Jones because he has 4 rebounds and 4 assists in each of his last 4 contests. So he has a nice floor of assists and rebounds. And so when you combine that with the fact that he can score the points, it's a great spot for an over. With the matchup, with the way Jones is playing right now, give me the over for Herbert Jones at 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists, minus 136 on the juice, but I think he is well worth it in the contest today. Now, the next pick I want to get to is courtesy of the Los Angeles Clippers and the San Antonio Spurs, because Keldon Johnson has a great opportunity tonight, and I really like the plus money value at 5.5 rebounds. So you look at Keldon, you see what he's done over the past few games. He's gone over 5.5 rebounds in 3 of his last 4, including Monday when he played against the Clippers and he had 10 rebounds. The Clippers are a top 5 matchup when it comes to rebounding against opposing small forwards. They do give it up, and they aren't the best rebounding team. Enter in Johnson, who's been much more active on the boards. He's got a game with 7. He's got a game with 8. And then, of course, as I mentioned, 10 against the Clippers on Monday. This is a phenomenal spot for an over. He averages 6.4 a game, so already his season average is above this line. The Clippers are a top 5 matchup in the NBA, and you're getting this line at plus 102. I absolutely love it. I think it's phenomenal value, and I'd be taking the over for Keldon Johnson today. It's a great spot. Again, he just did this on Monday, and he didn't have 6 or 7. He had 10. So I think it's a phenomenal spot for Johnson, and I would be taking the over for Keldon Johnson. And the last play that I do want to get into, let me see, where is the game? Because we're going to be going for some revenge today. The Memphis Grizzlies heading to Houston for a date with the Rockets, and I'm going to be going with a player that I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of, but this line has been flying towards the over. Dillon Brooks over points at 10.5. Again, I would take it at 11.5 if it moves to that spot. So don't see 10.5 and be like, oh, I can't take it. You could take it at 11.5 because Brooks has been on fire. 16 points and 24 points in each of his last 2 contests. I know Dillon Brooks, and I know he's fired up to play Memphis. So it's a revenge game. You get the narrative. I'm not saying you got to buy into all the narratives, but Dillon Brooks doesn't exactly strike me as a player who's going to take the high road against his former team. 10.5 points is easy for Brooks, so give me the over there. He has some games where he's struggled. I've talked about in the past how Houston plays much better at home. Brooks at home against Memphis, coming off a couple games where he's shooting very well. I think this is a great spot. And as I mentioned, you're going to want to get this line as soon as you can. It's probably going to move by the time this video comes out, but it's still a good line, even at 11.5. Some places do have it 11.5. It's still moving towards an over. So Pinnacle giving you a bit of a discount. I'm not going to say minus 181 is a discount by any stretch, but it's a great spot for Brooks tonight. So give me the over for Dillon Brooks. Quick recap of the picks. We have Herbert Jones over 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Dillon Brooks in the revenge game over 10.5 points, and Keldon Johnson over 5.5 rebounds. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. You can follow me on Twitter or X at your boy Jay Rich. Good luck tonight. And as always, bet smart and bet Pinnacle.